You're here, that means you're ready, eager, willing to see more of the antics going on between several countries. Assassinations, bomb plots, dogs. But that's what Spy Family has in store for us. The idea that a spy and assassin, a little girl who can read minds, now coming across a dog that can foretell the future. That'd be nigh unstoppable. Oh, that is if they actually communicated and any of them actually knew what each other were doing. The future that the dog was sensing, actually being in the family home with them all around smiling. Is it going to be easy to obtain? Let's find out. It's great when you see a ragtag bunch of people wanting to overthrow a country start some utter distress, being stopped by one and very impressive like stepmother with some very overactive imagination. Now, not every family can be as interesting as what we're seeing here. With how your is, her jumping to conclusions and these coming up with these weird plans that people are having whenever things go wrong or Anya goes missing. I'm surprised she hasn't blown her cover as being an assassin earlier, considering she was clinging to the ceiling of the dog show, remember? Well, there were more animals there than just dogs, but still. It will be nice to, like we saw in the previous season, actually have a using some of the spy resources to hire out castles, but just have a nice family day trip again. Those are the kind of moments that we all live for, right? Now, all she has to do now is get her to... Yeah, I'm sure that would be easy. Is she going to... Yeah. Be much more intimidating than the dog. Is she sure? I mean, he could have just left the dog and ran without kicking it, but... Mm-hmm. The thing is she going to feel safer around her after seeing the face she made? I mean, it could be an overactive imagination, or just prowl to make sure he's not ticking. Yeah. The fact that she just immediately believed what she was saying, but she was under a marriage kidnapping plot after all. How could she stay mad at that? As long as she's safe. Well, any information that she has here will be extremely useful for a certain case about it, yes. He just, with some reason, completely passed out upside down against a wall. Might have concussion. A new vision. The happy family. Not so. Hmm. Oh, there's more to come, is it? At 5, at... Ah. Yeah, that would do it. All this talks about bombs and whatnot. Hang on, was there someone else there as well? I don't think we need the news report saying about the ramifications of him falling there, but yep. The future is in trouble. How can we fix it? The thing is, the future vision that was had of the family changing to what it is. So does that mean the future and the visions he's getting are flexible? Once again, even though she promised not to, she was sorry about running away before. Well, off to save the day again. To be fair, this this operation may be more important than anything. Bombs? Ah, they can come secondary. Toilet paper. In fact, that might have hit harder a few years ago. And because of the intervention here, sending the agents over, that's why the future changed off its first course ending well, originally, wasn't it? Already foiled. Although, 3 members on that side as well. Nice. The organization is falling. But while there's still dogs out there, 55 minutes. Time is definitely running out. They are in need of a little persuasion. Are we here to now see someone that is approaching things slightly differently? You know, when you want to extract information. Ooh. That took his tooth out. Ah. Have they speak so fondly of starting a war, and yet they are so oblivious to the horrors of it. What it would mean to actually start a war, and who it would bring into it, and what it would do to the nations. Is that rope? Ah, they are. It seems the education system is a little lax on certain things. Now that is a severe put down. So you are just children. You think of this world without the repercussions and what it actually means. Little to no thought in it other than their own ideals of what they want. That was a pretty good speech though that she came up with. And yet there's people just trying to live a normal life. The thing is that we've got operations like this being foiled all around, but the civilians, don't hear of it. The pointy clock, remember, it was one of the buildings around. Now, how is she going to interrupt, and inevitably save the day? People aren't even interested anymore. They're not even looking at the girl being ran around the city on a dog. Okay, he needs a rest. He's done. Is it so easy to replicate? Has she learned how to tell the time properly? She can see where the hands are, but doesn't know what it means. 30 minutes. She needs to still learn how to be a little more eloquent with a speech so it doesn't falter every now and again. I see. Get her out of eye lines, out of danger immediately. Well, now you know you are in the right place. Is it going to give them up? I don't think it has any sense of camaraderie or loyalty to one of its fellows that was being kept hostage as well. It's a fairly rudimentary trap. Just link it open up to a door, try and open it. The thing is, she saw the room from behind where the bomb was. So how would you know where it is in the building? Wow, they were hidden down that alleyway for 15 minutes. No time to spare, just trying to work out the very complicated intricacies of telling a time on an analog clock. I would not suggest that. Hmm. No wonder she struggles so much at school. Nice work. Now, how's she getting out of the room? You can't tell the time, yet she thinks she can disarm a bomb. Yep, just cut the red wire. Well, what does she have at hand? I think being alive and slightly angry that things were withheld might be preferable than ketchup. But yes, preferable than ketchup. But is she going to make one of the wires red to cut it? Ah, leaving a note. How exactly she got back out? I mean, very carefully climbed out over the cardboard boxes, leaving a note. As much as you try, I mean, there are the little window at least. Maybe you could. Did it go on the first bong? Well, it might have been pushed down the road a little. Don't celebrate too early. The dark future. The dark future overturned, and no one even knows what was just. What was just averted. Interesting. Using a reflective surface there. I mean, eggplant bomb. Is it really that far away? I mean, if there were eggplants in that or aubergines in that room, I would have avoided it in the first place. Hmm. Well, let's hope the secret police also understand that it's not an eggplant. Hmm. Well, since that attempt was foiled, the trapping of their meeting spot, a lot of them have also been captured. Just this one Keith. How far is he willing to go? Hmm. Man of many words. I don't need anyone looking out for him. Also, being in the car alone means he couldn't enact act on his own regards without getting anyone else involved. I mean, took his clothes and his face. Clever, yeah, with knowing that the dogs are involved, they'd be able to track him like that. Really, I wouldn't have thought that. I wouldn't have thought of putting on more clothes after. Well, you can draw them out if he keeps driving around and around in circles rather than get away anywhere. Lead him back into the sights of his other team. Hmm. Okay, that shot into the window and then the second one which shattered it. That was nice. He needs to learn how to aim a bit better though if he's a grenade. Is he taking lessons from Yukari? God, flashbacks of Girls and Panzer. Now the car's been abandoned. I mean, getting him out of the vehicle potentially might be a little better in a hand-to-hand kind of fight. He would have to have line of sight though, wouldn't he? Ah, well, there's your line of sight. Wow, this minister has some moves, doesn't he? Yep. I mean, is he going to line up his shot and shoot through the bomb without hurting the dog? Not sure it can be rehabilitated too much though, so it's making us think. With how many experiments and plots that various countries have come up with, whether it be bomb dogs or attack dolphins, using animals in warfare isn't exactly new. And after all of this, with the future now secured, where they can have another happy evening at home with the family, how many more visions of this is the dog going to get, and they're going to have to be intercepted? That was a good episode for several reasons. Whether it be some of the expressions that we saw, Anya's own little plan, which she concocted, putting a warning message on the door, stopping them from opening it. eggplants and all. I think one of the poignant bits of it was the spy chief saying to the students that had wanted to start a war, do you have any idea what it's like? Have you actually thought through your actions, what it would involve? Your loved ones being ripped apart, starved, being less than human just to survive. It's not all. It's not all glamorous. In fact, very little of it is. I can see Anya and the dog becoming a great duo. Exactly how he's going to be in future events. He needs to work on his cardio a little, especially if he's going to carry her around so much. But to be able to read the thoughts of those around you and sense the future, there'd be a lot to glean from the information out there. What kind of dastardly plot is our hero is going to face next week? Find out next time, only on. Might insert your Saturday morning cartoon here. But if you're doing the right thing, raising the alarm, calling the right authorities, which, thanks to them tapping lines and whatnot, being able to reach out to the Secret Service, and they got in, got on the trail, caught up with the minister, so yeah, you're not going out the normal way. You've got a hired retinue of secret police keeping you safe. They'll just get in the way. Let me just hop in the car alone. And I can barely do mathematics, but with the 4 that they captured in that raid, and then the 3 other students that Team B got, was that all of them except for Keith that we saw? I didn't actually keep a count on the ones that are in the hideout. But even after all of this is over, Anya might have a little bit of selling to do of having this dog join the family. Sure, he's been around and they've formed quite a decent bond. But when they're looking for a nice cute pet that can actually keep the family safe, yeah, Lloyd might have a bit to say about it. Might need to impress him slightly. He's done well so far, so who are we to judge? Big fluffy boy. I love the attempt at forewarning any people. There's a bomb here. Be careful. Do not open this door. Sure, she could be a little more eloquent about it, but there's only so much you can do in a short amount of time, and with ketchup as your writing medium. Actually, no, I think I just figured out my own question I was going to ask. I was thinking, how did she actually get right so high up the door? But she might have been standing on the dog. And also, just even if it's a cameo for the episode and not really needed for much, having yours brother appear. The fact that Lloyd has been under his nose several times now and he hasn't noticed. These are amusing little episodes, aren't they? I don't think there's much more to think about other than the initial just entertainment that we're seeing. Well, and maybe a bit of extrapolation to the real world, but let's keep it at least a little happy. If you've enjoyed this episode, please let me know. If you leave a like and a comment down below, it really helps out the channel. If I said anything entertaining, or if you just want to see more of the dogs, consider subscribing. But most importantly, try not to open any suspicious doors, so that I can see you in the next one. If you want to be the ketchup on the door, saving my channel from the inevitable destruction that is YouTube copyright system, consider joining onto my Patreon. Help the channel survive a little bit longer, at least past the ringing chime of 5 o'clock. So I guess I need to thank Noku, Raywin, Sal, Trayvon, Shiwan, Akane, Guado, Tori Jane, Kite, Light Wizard 91, Mega42, Diego Zenhausen, SZ9870, Grayville, Maxwell, and everyone else. And all slightly ominous comment with a hint of humour aside, I really am grateful for each and every one of you for watching along.